This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spin. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind?
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Get the ball. Yeah, Liz. 50 seconds to Mike. Hey, wahoo. We got it. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Hey, 26. Hey, Back north. 4, 10, 4. Hey, orbit. Topper.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, pick it up. Over. Hey, Mike. Bravo.
Rodgers going to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Let's go, defense. Inside. Let's go, defense. Hey, who we got? Hey, exit. Hey, check. Boom. Mike 57. Right here.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full streak. Hey, Haywood. Mike 54. Here we go. Mike 54.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
Hey, high 7. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. He can't. Yeah. He's not going to get me. 57. Mike. Get 300. Get 300.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers is going to get this one out to his fullback. Now the ball comes loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Third and long for Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
All day, just like that, just like that. Hey, 88.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers, he'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Plant. Go to 50. 57. 5. Watch the run. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They come up in an offset eye. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
We're going to 53.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's got some space here. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 31-yard line. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past them? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, McKinnon again. The carry, good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Rodgers now on 1st down. It's caught here by Adams. 13 yards, 1st down Packers.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
To throw is Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 13 yards, 1st down Packers.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Check 50. Check 50.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, Any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
54. We ain't giving up nothing today. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Go, go. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. No chance. Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike. Come on, D.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Man left. 40 out. Check. Hey, kill.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott from the gun. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Nick Kwiatkowski gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Back to one. Easy. Twist. Alert 3. Greystone, traffic. Hey, Delta. Get right. Zoom. 57's right. We own them. 57's the mic. 150.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going right side here, and that's complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Rodgers now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Single receiver. Side. Hey, Charlie. At the Niners, 18-yard line. 57, Mike 57. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 57. Mike.
On 2nd and 7. Rodgers throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Get 300. Get 300. Run. Hey, Alpha. I'm coming for you. You mine. Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Kill.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Now he's going to send this one deep right. And got his man complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Under.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much since.
50's the mark. Here we go, 47. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Right. Prescott. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 4th down.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Second down, McKinnon. And an alley to run. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
He's checking.
Prescott off play action. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Wow, what a 50. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Hey, Echo. 57, Mike 57. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. 57, Mike 57.
Now Rodgers throwing again. Well, that'll be caught by Cup. 8 yards into completion, but now they face third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
Hey, check 26.
57's Mike.
Hey, wahoo.
Watch the slant.
Jim.
The Mike. 57's the Mike. Exit. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
First and 10 at the 40.
Rodgers now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's first and 10. Running right, Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on second down, Rodgers, and his throw here's incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play, able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go. 54's Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, twisting away. Complete to Jones. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Coming out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. They'll run on first down. Jones. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Bravo.
Right there. 54 Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here, Mike.
Watch out. Check Mike 54.
Plant.
54.
Hey, exit.
From the 25 on second down, Rodgers. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Jones. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 29, Prescott. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On first down, here's Breida. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A gain of 3, second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The Niners on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing. Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
36, 36.
Inside. Hey, Haywood.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
We're going to 53.
Get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Check.
26.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And he slings one that's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Prescott down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
45, 45. Mike, 45.
26.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here we go, 46, 46.
Mike, 45. Go.
26.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Packers 27, 49ers 17.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives. And a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
Here we go.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he cuts it back right, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 57 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Hey, kill. 47, 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Watch the screen. Jump out. Hey, my 7. John.
What we got? 50 seconds to mine.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
It's a pickup of 3.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. This is Jones. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
26. Buzz.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Watch the run.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Army.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here."
He's got a man, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 37.
First down, San Francisco.
47.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Go, get out. 26.
Prescott. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Well, the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Play action now. Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers get a score closer. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will get them one closer. So time definitely not in their favor, down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
All day, every day, any day.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Rodgers looking to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, 88.
Right there.
Hey, team 6.
Hey, pick your game up.
Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Green Bay, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might have the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got heroes, left pocket got power. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones.